Hey everyone, welcome back to the Little Shop of Hoarders and the PDX Picker channel. My name is Chris. We're going to pull some orders that sold for me on eBay and Poshmark, but we're going to do it in a little bit different way. We're going to do it in a cinematic format. It's going to be dramatic. It's going to be amazing. We're also going to go through the process that I use to ship my items. So stick around and we'll get to pulling those orders and do that shipping.
Wanna buy that Farrah Fawcett poster? Pez dispensers and a toaster. Don't know why. That kind of stuff you throw away. I'll sell on eBay.
All right, so today we're going to have 7 items go out, 1 on Poshmark, 6 on eBay. This is about a day's worth of sales for me, and got some pretty good items. So let's go ahead and get the camera set up. We'll see how this works and start pulling those orders, and hopefully this will turn out to be a nice looking video.
All right, so I got my microphone hooked up. I think this will work. This could be a great video or it could be a disaster. We shall see. Let's go ahead and pull the first item sold for me on Poshmark. It's a pair of Polo Ralph Lauren corduroy pants. They are in box 23. These did not take that long to sell. Nice pair of even slim fit. So these are a little bit, probably mid 2010s time period. And those sold for $19 plus shipping. I picked those up at the Goodwill outlet, so right around $2-ish, maybe $2.50 for these. So good start. I had them listed for like 22 bucks, and somebody offered me 15, and I declined the offer. So I went ahead and just said, no, I'm going to hold fast and tight, and they countered with the same $19. So what it was is this was a Posher VA thing, and so I had it listed for $22. They liked my post, which means after 3 minutes it automatically sent them an offer for 10% off, which I guess they must have rounded up to or down to $19. Then they countered at $15, and then I declined that. So then they just recountered at $19, and that's how we got to the $19. That's how we settled on that. This next item that I also another Goodwill outlet thing. I had it for a long time. It's this Porg right here. He is from Star Wars. It's a Zach brand Porg Mug. Yeah. It's got grossness in there. Anyway, that sold for $17.50 free shipping. So I only got it because it was relatively light, and you know, I thought Star Wars merchandise would most of it's junk, to be honest. There's too much of it. It's oversaturated. I don't recommend buying the newer stuff, but some people will still buy it, and turns out to be good. Be right back here. This next item that sold, another one of my Lala Loopsy Tinies. You can't see me. Hopefully you can hear me. Another pack of these, about 63 cents worth of Tinies in here, and these sold for $9 plus shipping. Slowly and steadily selling these. This is all profit at this point. So these, hopefully you can see them. Just little Lala Loopsy Tinies. I just lucked out finding them at my thrift store. I'm quite positive they don't sell these anymore. It's not like I'm getting rich on them, but they are turning out to be pretty nice, decent, slow trickle in. Speaking of not getting rich, I picked up this item a long time ago. I'm gonna have to go the long way around here. Actually, no, it wasn't a long time ago. It was about a year ago. It was something that I picked up at my local thrift store. It's a Beachbody Focus T25 Alpha Beta workout. It's like a workout thing. I picked it up for right at the end of the year, thinking, oh, January is right around the corner. Paid $2 for it, and you know, there's a lot of people that start getting into fitness around the New Year, New Year's resolutions, things like that. So $2, sold for $19.90 free shipping. It took about a year, but I thought it would sell last year around this time. It just took about a year to sell right around this time. So somebody's getting a little bit of a jump start, a little head start on their New Year's resolution. I sold another Scentsy. we are, I think, done with the holiday. No, we have, I think, one more holiday or Christmas Scentsy left. So this is another Christmas. It is it's called Holiday Lights Plug-in Wall. So it's one of those that you plug in, and can you see it on there? I'm going to open this up so you can get a look at it. $26.90, free shipping. This was a new one, so that was helpful. Made the value a little bit higher, but it's a cool one here. Those lights around the edge, they light up when you plug it in, so it's really pretty, really neat. $26.90, free shipping. And again, all these Scentsy items now, 100% profit. At this point, we are well into the profit now on those items, which is good. Again, for the 50th time, not a home run like I thought they were going to be, but still not too bad. Next two items, and that'll be the last two we pull for the day, are both cameras. Nice camera sales here. First one is something I just randomly found in my death pile. It's a Canon PowerShot A560. I would call this the best digital camera that you could possibly find for resale. The reason I say that is they're not like super fancy. So most of the time when people go to sell these, I don't think that they think they have like a $500 camera on their hands. A lot of times you can pick these up for $5. I don't remember how much I spent for this in my accounting software. I said I paid $10 for this. I know it was definitely no more than 10. It was probably more like 5. But anyway, that sold for $74.99 plus shipping. Now, when I went to list this, there were only 2 pre-owned versions that were not for parts or not working. There were only 2 pre-owned versions listed, and they were like $90 or $100, pretty high. But there's just hundreds of these that have sold. And a lot of times people will sell these in the $45 to $60 range. But there's just no competition out there. So if you do find them, go ahead and just don't price it insanely high. Just price it reasonably. So I went for $75 because, you know, I didn't want to encroach on the $100 territory like the other 2 listings that were on there. And this sold in no more than a week. If I priced it at $50, it probably would have sold in a day, but I waited a week longer and got $25 more. So again, I've talked about this in the past. Don't be afraid with digital cameras, as long as they work, to price them on the high end of the market. If there is a great sell-through rate, like most Canon digital cameras, Olympus digital cameras for the most part are the same, go ahead and price them right at the top of market, because the sell-through rate on them is so fast. People are for whatever reason, I don't know what people are buying these for. I really don't. But they just sell so fast that it doesn't, eventually somebody's going to buy it. And by eventually, I mean like in 5 days instead of 1, you know. So go ahead, hold out, get that top dollar for it. There's no reason not to. And then the last item is another camera. This is an Olympus film camera. I also don't remember where I got this one. This was also in my death pile. But I think it was, that's not true. I remember getting this at a garage sale earlier in the year. So it's this Olympus Infinity Twin. It's kind of cool because it has 2 lenses on there, like right on top of each other. I don't know what it does, but it's a special kind of camera. I didn't think I had a battery for this, which is part of the reason why it took so long for me to list it. But for whatever reason, we have like 5 or 6 of these special camera batteries. And so I was able to test it out. And as far as I know, it works great. You know, the downside to these is I'm not going to go through the process of actually taking a photo on using film and then getting the film developed to make sure it works. But it also comes with this vintage made in the USA, not Olympus branded, but in the case. Anyway, that sold for $44.99. $44.95, and I paid about $5 for this. Might have been 10. Again, I can't exactly remember what it was, but it was in the $5 or $10 range. So, all right, now we're going to move over to the shipping table, and I'm going to go through the process of packing and shipping these. Most of these are quite simple. So, but nonetheless, you can see how I pack and ship smaller items. All right, so I'm set up over here at the shipping table. Hopefully it's a decent view. Let's go ahead and ship the pants first via Poshmark. So for those of you that don't know or haven't sold on Poshmark, Poshmark's nice because they all the shipping is handled through them, meaning you don't have to do anything. Once you sell an item, they're going to email you a shipping label, and almost all the items are sent priority mail. They all are sent USPS, and you can't ship on your own. You have to ship through Poshmark. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the shipping label. I do all of my shipping through my phone. I have an app on here, and I use a Jaden's thermal printer. And I got this on Amazon for like 110 bucks. I've had it for over 2 years. It works great. I haven't had any issues with it other than every now and then it will print a double label because the paper or the labels get a little bit out of order, but it's not that big of a deal. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a cheap thermal printer option. Rollo printers usually start at $200 and probably more. So like I said, this is about $110. I use Rollo labels. Rollo, I think, has better quality labels than maybe some of the others out there, but it's working really well for me. All right, so I printed the label here. Now we just need to actually ship the item. So as I mentioned, all Poshmark labels come predetermined by Poshmark. This is a priority mail up to 5 pounds label. So whenever I have something sent priority mail, I want to take advantage of the free shipping supplies that they supply. In this case, what I'm going to use is one of these Tyvek priority mail envelopes here. These are pants that you don't need to worry about damage or anything like that. So there'll be plenty of space for this to fit in there. When it comes to pants, I don't even put anything in there else. Just straight pants going right in there. No bubble wrap, no paper around it, nothing like that. The other thing I found with almost all of, even the poly mailers that I use that are not post office USPS, I will always put a piece of tape over here just to make sure, apologize if that was super loud, just to make sure that they don't pop open and the contents fall out of there. So. And then I just put all my packages in this bag here so that I can easily grab it and take it to the post office. I have a post office just around the corner from me. It's about a 1-minute drive, so I definitely always drop off my packages. I don't schedule for a pickup. It's just easier that way for me personally. I apologize, it's raining outside like usual, but so Poshmark likes you to then go into the app and mark the item as shipped, and that way the buyer will then get a message that says the item has been shipped or it's on its way. So, all right, let's go to the eBay orders. We're going to start with this Porg mug. So first and foremost, we're going to want to put some heavy buddy wrap, or bubble wrap as most people call it, on there. I get my bubble wrap through American Bubble Boy. There was that bubble wrap scandal a while back, maybe a year or so ago. And I mean, it didn't matter. I was always getting my bubble wrap through American Bubble Boy. They seem to have the best prices on here. So I just took 2 squares and taped it on here. But so the top has like 2 layers, but the bottom only has 1. So I'm going to make sure to pack the bottom of the box with paper. I have tons and tons of different sizes of boxes. When I ship a mug, I like to use a 7x7x7 box. It fits most of them. This is a little bit on the larger size, so I'm not entirely certain if it's going to fit. But let's give it a whirl. Yep, that'll work nice. So I tested it out first before I tape it up. That way I don't have, you know, if this box hadn't worked, but I'd already taped it up, it'd be taking up a bunch of room, and I'd rather just keep it flattened if at all possible. So this is the, I got a roll of paper here for shipping. Pull off a nice big chunk, flatten it out there, or crumple it up. I'm gonna put two bunches in there, so it's nice and cushy on the bottom. You can see in there, we got paper on the bottom, the cup fits on top of that. It's bubble wrap on all sides. There's a little bit of space, so I'm going to put a little bit more paper in there. Taper up. I shake it, make sure there's not any rattles or movement, and this is nice and solid in there. So that should arrive, no troubles. Go ahead and weigh it. It weighs 1 pound, 2.7 ounces. So we're going to round up to 1 pound, 3 ounces. Thankfully, this is only going to Phoenix, Arizona. So West Coast, basically anything Colorado and West is much, much cheaper for me to ship. So this is going to cost $7.52 for me to ship that. And I just use the eBay app. That's what I've found to be the most useful for me. Some people use Pirate Ship, some people, I don't know, maybe there's other ones out there. But for me, it's just a lot easier to do the eBay app. Again, this Jaden's printer has its own app, so everything can be done through the phone, nice and easy. You save the label to your phone, and it will then access it when you go to print it. Super fast and easy. I love it. I'm going to ship this because I want to see if something I discovered the other day holds true for this one. So these are DVDs in here, which this means this can be shipped media mail. But I discovered that sometimes when you're shipping light media, and by light media I mean CDs and cassettes, not really books, maybe if it's a paperback. But if you're shipping light media, sometimes it's actually better to ship it with Ground Advantage instead of media mail. And that's almost certainly going to be the case because this is going locally within Oregon, but let's just double check on that one. So I'm going to just put this in a bubble mailer. I highly doubt that they're super concerned about the aesthetics of this case. So I just have some bubble mailers I bought from, I don't know, I think Gyro Pack maybe. Just throw that in there. Some people might disagree with this method, but I haven't had a single issue. I've shipped dozens and dozens and dozens of things this way. Books, CDs, cassettes, and the like. And again, I'll put a piece of tape on here to help keep it secure. I don't really know why I'm yelling. I feel like I'm yelling. Camera's way over there. I kind of forget I have a microphone on. And there's also a part of me that's worried that this microphone isn't going to work. Okay, so that comes in at 10.5 ounces, so we'll round that up to 11. Okay, so basically media mail goes by the pound. The rates are the same whether it's 1 ounce or 15 ounces, whether it's 1 pound, 15 ounces, etc., etc. So anything under a pound is going to be $4.63 media mail. Media mail is super slow. There's no added insurance that comes with that. So it might be better off to check the Ground Advantage. It might even be cheaper. So in this case, the Ground Advantage is $4.89. If this was going to California or Colorado or something like that, I would probably choose that higher the ground advantage rate because it's going to get there so much faster. The fact that this is within the state, it's still only going to take like 2 days maximum to get there. So, but anyway, my point is when you have something light, a piece of media that is light, usually under a pound, check to make sure whether it's better to go the ground advantage route. It's going to be quicker. You're going to get that $100 of insurance, a little bit better customer service all the way around. All right, I'm going to do the next package. All the rest of the packages I'm going to do in silence here. I'm just going to put some nice music over the top so you can just kind of zen out and watch me ship. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. Got my bag here ready to go. I'm going to drop it off at the post office. So comment below. Let me know if you like this format. We might do some more like this in the future. But thanks so much for watching. Good luck with all your reselling ventures out there. And like this video if you did. And subscribe to my channel to get some more content like this in the future. Take care. We'll catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.